If there's one thing you guys will have learned over the years, over 190 different episodes of Off the Script, is that I will never put my name to something I don't truly believe in. More importantly, I would never give you guys any information that I don't think you could benefit from greatly. I have the opportunity now to work alongside Fight TV and giving you guys the absolute best opportunity to catch up on all your favorite professional wrestling and all your favorite mixed martial artists. We all talk professional wrestling on Off the Script. With Fight TV, you could watch TNA Impact Wrestling. Bound for Glory, their biggest pay-per-view of the year, is coming up in November. You could watch that directly through Fight TV. You got The Reality of Wrestling. You got Ring of Honor, IZW, plus so much more. If you love independent professional wrestling, Fight TV is the only destination that you need. You're into MMA and the UFC? They got it. UFC presents UFC 216 this Saturday, live from Las Vegas. Ferguson versus Lee, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You could watch that on the Fight TV app. The Fight TV app is available on all devices within your home, and it streams MMA, boxing, professional wrestling, live pay-per-views, and free events weekly. The Fight app casts to those events connected to any TV via Wi-Fi connection, so you can watch the action on your big screen with no cable, wires, or setup. You can chat with other fans and fight celebrities during pay-per-view live streams. Up next on the Fight TV app, like I said, is UFC 216 live on pay-per-view. You can stream that directly through the Fight TV app. Ferguson versus Lee, live from Las Vegas. That will be streamed this Saturday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys get in early enough, the special chat guest for UFC 216 is none other than Frankie Edgar, who's going to answer your questions. For professional wrestling fans out there, there's plenty of free content and live wrestling shows every week. Like I said, Ring of Honor and TNA Impact. How it works: open the app and select a program to watch. The app automatically discovers your connected TV and asks you where you want it to be cast. Pay-per-view orders are made within the app, and order is very quick and easy. You only pay for what you watch, plus there's tons of free content, free matches, interviews, Pro Wrestling Weekly, and TV tapings, all for free. The Fight app is a free download from the iTunes Apple Store, Google Play, and Roku Store. So make sure you guys download the Fight TV app. If you guys are UFC fans, UFC 216 tonight live on pay-per-view. And also if you guys are big professional wrestling fans, which I know you are because you're here listening to Off the Script, Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling weekly. So make sure you guys go out and download the Fight TV app for free. And make sure you guys support it through Off the Script. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this morning. Saturday morning, October 7th, 2017. This is, of course, the #1 fucking podcast for everything WWE right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script, episode 190, part number 2 for your Hell in a Cell weekend, man. Hell in a Cell this Sunday, live on the WWE Network. I will be doing a review as always, so make sure you guys tune in to that Sunday night right after the show goes off the air. If you guys want my thoughts and opinions on everything that I know up until this point, with more to come this weekend, but if you guys want my preview and predictions of Hell in a Cell 2017, that is live on the channel right now. That was yesterday's video, Friday, part 1 of Off the Script this weekend, so make sure you guys go and check that out. Something funny is going on with the YouTube landscape, man. Now, the monetization seems to be okay, because yesterday's video was monetized, but now subscribers are going nowhere, and I feel like views are very low for everybody. And I asked, I inquired, they all feel the same way. Views are down like maybe 40% across the board for everybody, and that goes for the 2K guys as well. A lot of the content they're pushing out for the game. You know, the game is not even out yet. The game's coming out next week, and they're pushing content out, and they feel like it could be doing so much better. YouTube is not really getting behind a lot of videos, or there seems to be a bug in the YouTube system. I don't know what's going on, but numbers compared to what I was doing last week, not really the same, man. So something's going on. So word of mouth, man. If you guys missed Off the Script this weekend already for part 1, make sure you guys go and check it out. Link will be in the video with that annotation. Make sure you tell a friend and everybody that you know who is interested in Hell in a Cell for the preview and predictions. I want to thank everybody for your kind words on the House of Glory Amazing Red versus Ricochet World Title match at Chapter 2 last Friday. Thank you guys so much for the kind words on the commentary, but it's not about the commentary. It's about what happened in that ring for 25 minutes, bell to bell, with Ricochet and the Amazing Red. Remember, you guys can get tickets to the next House of Glory event called Glory of War. That is in 2 weeks. I believe that is TLC weekend, that Saturday. It's going to be the Amazing Red defending his world title of House of Glory against Michael Elgin. So you guys don't want to miss this. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic main event. So come out to the NYC Arena and get your tickets. The front row already for this event is completely sold out, and we're expecting a massive crowd at that NYC Arena, man. So thank you guys so much for the kind words. Make sure you guys visit HOGWrestling.net and make sure you guys subscribe to their YouTube channel. You can find all their social media via their webpage, and you can buy tickets as well for the next event. I had an email in my Yahoo inbox as of, I believe it was Saturday morning. Not Saturday morning, Friday morning. It's Saturday now. I'm recording this on Friday for Saturday, but it was in my Yahoo business email, and it was for representatives of Fight TV. If you guys don't know what Fight TV is, it is an app for your iPhone and Android devices, smart TV, wherever you guys have, access to apps. Apps are everywhere nowadays. Everything is done through an app. You can order your food through an app. You can have your food delivered to you through an app. You can do everything through an app. If you could get a blowjob through an app, I'm sure a lot of people would be happy about that, but that's not yet. Maybe. But on a serious note here, man, I want to thank everybody for getting me to where I am, man. I'm so happy that even with the no bullshit attitude that we have on this channel, which some people have told me, you're going to scare people off, you're not going to really attract sponsors and this and that. I had an email from Fight TV and Fight TV representatives. They wanted to partner and sponsor Off the Script, and that was the intro to today's podcast, man. Off the Script today is being completely sponsored by Fight TV. And I want you guys to go and download Fight TV if you have not done so, man. It's a free app. So if you guys don't have it downloaded, I urge you to, because you can watch Ring of Honor TV weekly for free through Fight TV, and you can stream that thing right to your TV, man. You can, I have Google Chromecast, and I watch the WWE Network through my phone, streamed through Google Chromecast, and it's easy. So all you have to do is, you don't even need Google Chromecast. You can sync up your Fight TV app to your smart TV or your PC or wherever you're watching in the comfort of your own home, and you can watch Ring of Honor for free every week. You can watch Impact Wrestling for free every week. You can order pay-per-views for those brands and for those companies directly through Fight TV. They have New Japan on there. They got other independent promotions through there. They got boxing. If you guys are big boxing enthusiasts, if you guys are big MMA, UFC enthusiasts, you can order all the UFC pay-per-views right through the Fight TV app and stream it right to your television or PC. So it's so easy, man. I'm going to leave you all the instructions down in the description of this video. I'm going to leave you all the places where you can download it. I'm going to leave you the instructions on what to do. It's easy as cake, man. It's easy. So make sure you guys download the Fight TV app and support Fight TV as they're sponsoring Off the Script this weekend. So thank you to everybody over at Fight TV, and thank you guys for supporting Fight TV. Remember, man, I have Fight TV downloaded on my phone. I never use it because I'm not really a big Ring of Honor guy. I don't watch UFC. I don't watch any MMA. I'm not big into boxing. I certainly don't like Global Force Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, whatever name they're going by nowadays. But I got the app downloaded on my phone. I've had the app downloaded on my phone, but I never use it. I should start watching Ring of Honor TV weekly. I don't know how far back that they are. I don't know how many shows are on there as far as being up to date, But you guys can watch all that stuff. Ring of Honor's for free on there, man. You don't have to go through Sinclair Broadcasting. I know sometimes, I know I don't get it here in New York City, in the Bronx. But you guys can watch it directly through the Fight TV app, man. It's easy. Download it. And I would never give you guys anything that you are not going to be able to use to your advantage, man. It's free. So all you got to do is download it. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to my message about Fight TV. They are sponsoring the podcast this week, and I'm very happy to have them on board with everybody else that is on board with Off the Script, man. Audible, Patreon, Barbershop Window. Make sure you guys check out all that stuff in the right side of the layout that you're watching right now on the screen in front of you. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. And make sure to follow my Twitch channel, man. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming up on Twitch. Twitch.tv/JD from New York, man. Thank you guys so much. And let's get on with today's episode of Off the Script. We're going to start with this story, man. Bray Wyatt, the loser that he is, the eater of pins, the eater of L's. Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear, apparently. The only one that thinks he's the new face of fear is Bray Wyatt himself. He is not the new face of fear. Nobody fears Bray Wyatt in the WWE. Because Bray Wyatt has the worst losing percentage, I am sure, in all of WWE. He is in this ridiculous storyline with Finn Balor. Once it was the man, then it was the demon, now it's back to the man. So he beat Finn Balor, and then he couldn't beat the demon at SummerSlam, and then they have a match just a couple of weeks ago at No Mercy, and he loses in 9 minutes, again. So what does Bray Wyatt have to do to beat Finn Balor? I don't know, man. I don't know. It may be an unsolved mystery. So Bray Wyatt cuts a promo on Monday Night Raw saying that Sister Abigail is going to be introduced to Finn Balor. This got everybody excited because I have been waiting for years for WWE to introduce a Sister Abigail character for the Bray Wyatt character. I think a Sister Abigail character right now could benefit Bray Wyatt. This could be the start of a new Wyatt family. This could be the start of a fresh start for Bray Wyatt. A winning streak for Bray Wyatt. Some momentum for Bray Wyatt. Everybody's going crazy on the internet. Who it could be. They're putting Sister Abigail to a face of a WWE superstar right now, currently in the female division, or the women's division, on WWE television. Paige. They're talking about Crazy Mary Dobson. Some of you were saying that Rosemary would play a perfect Sister Abigail, and I would have to agree with you. I think Rosemary is my number one, but she's not contracted to WWE. Sage Beckett. Someone who was trained by the Dudleys, someone who was in the Mae Young Classic, was tweeting up a storm on Monday night, teasing everybody, trolling everybody that she could be the one who could portray Sister Abigail come the next WWE Raw branded pay-per-view, which is Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. Oh my. But really, is WWE planning to have a female character play Sister Abigail, or will this be just another figment of Bray Wyatt's imagination? Are they just using the essence of Sister Abigail to strike fear into the Finn Balor character? What is going to be at TLC for Bray Wyatt and Sister Abigail? Well, we all know Bray Wyatt has been one of the most mysterious characters that WWE has portrayed on television, and his feud with Bray Wyatt, his feud with Finn Balor rather, is really another take on a mysterious character that WWE is portraying with the whole demon. Wyatt has lost 2 straight matches to Balor, but he recently revealed that Sister Abigail is still alive. Now, the latest news has revealed the plans for Sister Abigail, who could make her debut at TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. As recapped by WWE.com, Bray Wyatt cut another one of his creepy promos, his spooky promos, on Monday Night Raw. Wyatt confronted Balor, and he challenged him to bring back the demon once again. It should be noted that Wyatt lost to Balor twice, once against the demon, and then at No Mercy against the man, Finn Balor. Wyatt revealed that Sister Abigail is alive and she is dying to meet Mr. Finn Balor. I quote, this is from Wyatt's promo on Monday Night Raw. Abigail is alive and she's dying to meet you, Wyatt said as his face transformed into what looked like Scarecrow from Batman and Batman Returns. So his face transformed into a Scarecrow-like character while a woman's hysterical laugh played in the background. The identity of Sister Abigail has been one of the few mysteries left in the WWE, especially for Bray Wyatt's character. Abigail is a big part of what Wyatt is trying to portray on WWE television, and it could be the right time for her to make her debut. However, it seems like the WWE could be on their way to screwing this up royally with one major odd twist. Now, according to Ryan Satin and James McKenna of Pro Wrestling Sheet, the current plan for WWE is for Bray Wyatt to face Finn Balor at TLC. Satin added that Wyatt is going to be in a different outfit or character for the match. Wyatt will reportedly play Sister Abigail himself, similar to the one that appeared on Monday Night Raw. The idea is that Sister Abigail is the counter character for Finn Balor's Demon King. My God, is that fucking horrendous. You mean to tell me that because Finn Balor is the demon and Bray Wyatt can't beat Finn Balor, he can't beat the demon, he can't beat the man known as Finn Balor, that we are going to believe? Now, I love the mysterious characters in WWE. I do. You know, we all sit there and we don't mind when The Undertaker summons lightning from the sky. We don't care when Kane shoots up fire from the ring posts. We don't care about any of that spooky magical shit that Kane and The Undertaker did back in the day. It's what made WWE enjoyable. It brought back memories of our childhood. Now I don't see it the same. Nobody sees it the same. The people who are watching the current WWE product are looking for realism. They're looking for a dose of realism. They're not looking for spooky promos and spooky characters and this science fiction bullshit, this supernatural bullshit. We're not looking for that. So you mean to tell me that since Bray Wyatt can't beat Finn Balor, that he's going to put on makeup and he's going to transform himself into a different character, and all of a sudden he's going to receive magical powers to beat Finn Balor? There's one little wrinkle here, folks. There's one little wrinkle here. And I'm going to talk about this tomorrow on Off the Script, because this is... Actually, I might talk about it now. I might actually go right into that story about John Cena. John Cena is not scheduled for Survivor Series. John Cena is not scheduled for Survivor Series. In fact, WWE has scratched John Cena off the Survivor Series card completely. He's done for the rest of the year. We won't see John Cena until WrestleMania build. Possibly at the Royal Rumble. We don't know. John Cena is not going to be with the WWE. WWE doesn't have a major name for Survivor Series. So what did they do? According to rumors, they went out and got Brock Lesnar. They added Brock Lesnar to Survivor Series. Now, Brock Lesnar was supposed to be off of WWE TV for the rest of the year. We were not supposed to see, what kind of lingo am I using? We were not supposed to see Brock Lesnar until the Royal Rumble, and a rumored match with Finn Balor was going to take place at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. Brock Lesnar mysteriously is on a Monday Night Raw in between TLC and Survivor Series. For what? For what? We don't know. But there's a reason for that. It's because John Cena is not going to be at Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar is going to take his place as the major name for Survivor Series, which in turn probably means that Brock Lesnar is going to defend the Universal Championship at that event. Who is he going to defend the title against? The only man that I know of that has mentioned Brock Lesnar in passing, since Joe didn't get the job done, since Strowman didn't get the job done, the only other name to mention Brock Lesnar or any resemblance of Brock Lesnar is Finn Balor. So WWE is probably going to go with a Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar match at the Survivor Series. And that is an aptly named event in Finn Balor's case, because he's going to have to do more than survive at the Survivor Series against Brock Lesnar. Because there's no way Finn Balor is going to even come close to beating Brock Lesnar at the Survivor Series. Then my next question is, if Brock Lesnar is going to beat Finn Balor now in November, who is going to be Brock Lesnar's opponent for January at the Royal Rumble? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But if Finn Balor is really going to be challenging Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar is going to be on the Survivor Series card, and it's going to be Finn Balor versus Brock Lesnar, do you really expect Finn Balor to lose against Sister Abigail? Do you really expect Finn Balor to lose against Bray Wyatt, donning some fucking face paint and a new wig and some different clothing? If you can't get it done the way you are now, you think it's going to help by putting on different clothing and putting on face paint? What's going to be different about Bray Wyatt's entrance, his character, his mannerisms? Is he going to pull out a new move? Is he going to just resurrect some fucking magical beings in the ring? I don't know. Are there going to be ghosts and goblins and ghouls just flying around the ring? Are the lights going to go out mysteriously in the arena? I don't know what they got planned. But it doesn't sound good for Bray Wyatt. In fact, it's doing more to embarrass Bray Wyatt than anything. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You want to start the foundation of rebuilding the Bray Wyatt character? You give him a dominant female to play the role of Sister Abigail. Whoever that might be. No, but you want to go the easy route. You want to go the lame route. The predictable route of Bray Wyatt playing Sister Abigail himself. So he's playing a female character. You got Finn Balor playing Satan, and then you got Bray Wyatt reprising the role of his sister? How is that going to strike fear into anybody? How is that going to build Bray Wyatt up in any way? It would be better for Bray Wyatt's character if he has a dominant female. Do you know how great it would be if you have a fucking dominating female, someone who is just intimidating to look at, reprising that role, dressed in some ragged clothing, with the hair just flowing over the face? Just picture the ring and the girl that comes from the well, coming out of the TV. That's what I portray Sister Abigail to be. When I think of that movie, I see Sister Abigail. Just think back to the first ring, when you guys watched that ending scene when she came through the television. Don't tell me and don't bullshit me that you weren't creeped out by that shit, because I still get creeped out watching that shit when it's on TV. That's what I see. That's what I envision when I think of Sister Abigail. Can you imagine how great that would be for Bray Wyatt's character if all of a sudden the lights go out and Bray Wyatt is just sitting in the corner waiting for one of those predictable hesitation drop kicks from Finn Balor, and the lights go out, and standing in between Balor and Wyatt, the lights come on and you see this ghastly creature just standing there. All of a sudden, the lights go out again. The lights come back on in the middle of the ring. The Demon King is in the grasps of Bray Wyatt. He receives a Sister Abigail and is covered 1, 2, 3. And then all of a sudden the lights go out again after Finn Balor is pinned. And the lights are just dimmed enough where you see that shadowy creature. She's standing right behind Bray Wyatt as he's doing his whole follow the buzzards thing. And she's just standing there behind him. And then every time Bray Wyatt wants to come out and fight, and every time Bray Wyatt wants to come out and wrestle on pay-per-view, you would have that creature, you would have that character just following along, just right behind him. And just make it creepy. Have her drag chains or something, you know? Have her drag a fucking corpse or something, you know? Make her look the part. That's what would get people interested in Bray Wyatt's character. No, WWE wants to have Sister Abigail portrayed by Bray Wyatt himself. Do you know how lame that sounds? They honestly think that's going to get over? How is that going to get over? And then if Cena is not going to be at the Survivor Series and Brock Lesnar's going to be there, Why are you even going to conceive Finn Balor losing if he's going to be fighting Brock Lesnar at the Survivor Series? Now, I'm just going based off assumption. Don't take my word as gospel here. I'm just trying to piece the puzzle together here. I'm just letting you know what I read. I'm about to read you the article in just a little bit. But this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And nobody tell me that what I just told you about Sister Abigail and booking Sister Abigail at this TLC pay-per-view the exact way that I just described it to you, scene for scene, don't tell me you wouldn't fucking pop for that, man. I know you would. I know you would. WWE has a lot of fucking talented people in that locker room. I'm sure they can devise something along those lines, man. That's just simple lighting, you know? You had Sage Beckett come out and proclaim that, you know, they're all lies. Everything that he's saying is lies, right? Sage Beckett would be a very, very good, if dressed properly, a very, very good Sister Abigail. Now, my number one would be Rosemary, number one. Definitely. She just looks the part. From her time in Decay, you can just tell that she's got that knack for being a freak and crazy and just like fucking spooky if you wanted her to, you know? She was great with Abyss and Crazy Steve. She played her role very well. But WWE really needs to take this into consideration, man. If that is the plan for Bray Wyatt, that's going to do more damage to him. That's going to be more embarrassing for him. And what's going to happen? Sister Abigail and the presence and the essence and the aura of Sister Abigail. If he goes into this match and loses, then what good is Sister Abigail? So Bray Wyatt can't win on his own. He can't win with the spirit of his sister following him around or the presence of his sister within him. He won't be able to win a match. How is this guy going to win a match? Why can't this guy win a match? Why won't you allow him to win a match? You know, I think it would be better if they follow my lead with Sister Abigail and Bray Wyatt. You could build Bray Wyatt up as a dominating force on Monday Night Raw, but WWE doesn't want that. Bray Wyatt, just like everybody else, is suffering in the mid-card, while people like Brock Lesnar is making $7 million a year, holding the Universal title hostage, keeping it warm on a nice hot plate for Roman Reigns. That title is ice cold right now. That title is ice fucking cold. So you mean to tell me that Bray Wyatt's going to be portraying Sister Abigail? This is a mistake. A mistake. The report also noted that WWE is not planning to introduce Sister Abigail as a female superstar. Another mistake. However, it should be noted that these are just purely speculations right now. So don't take anything that Ryan Satin or Pro Wrestling Sheet said with 100% validity here, okay? The WWE tends to change their plans. We all know that, but I don't think they're going to get this right because they haven't cared about the Bray Wyatt character in a very long time, and I doubt they're just going to wake up one day and say, you know what? I gotta fix this Bray Wyatt character. Let's do it right. They're not. They're not. Now, there are some female superstars that are capable of playing the Sister Abigail character. One of those characters is Sage Beckett, like I mentioned. That's per Wrestling Inc. The former TNA star got signed by WWE in January after dropping 127 pounds. She teased on Twitter that she could be the one to portray Sister Abigail. Other stars that would make a great Sister Abigail include Crazy Mary Dobson, Paige, and Micah Rotunda. Bray's sister could ultimately play Sister Abigail. Nevertheless, the interest in the Wyatt vs. Baszler feud got a little higher with the possibility of Sister Abigail's long-awaited debut. WWE, if they go with the face paint and the new ragged clothing of Bray Wyatt, him portraying Sister Abigail against the Demon King, nobody's going to want to fucking see that, man. It's going to be a joke. It's going to be a joke. You need a female portrayal of the Sister Abigail character. Otherwise, it will not work. Believe me. And I'm waiting to see it fail at TLC. John Cena pulled from the Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar was added. I just talked about that in the Sister Abigail story. John Cena, who is currently filming the Transformers Bumblebee spinoff, has been pulled from advertising for the Survivor Series in Houston, Texas. This would be his third straight year missing that show. I was hoping for a John Cena Undertaker match at Survivor Series. Maybe we get that at WrestleMania and we can both bid them bon voyage. However, Brock Lesnar has been added to the show in Cena's place. As of right now, we don't know who Lesnar will be facing, but there is talk of Finn Balor challenging him for the Universal Championship after he's done with his feud with Bray Wyatt. So why is Sister Abigail being brought into this feud if ultimately it's going to be another loss for Bray Wyatt? I don't understand this. It's just ass backwards. On the Raw talk after No Mercy, Cena said that he would need to reevaluate things going forward because he cannot keep up a full-time schedule, especially now at 40 years old, but he is not retiring. So this means that we won't see him until the end of the year, possibly back at the Royal Rumble. He is advertised for shows on 12/26. That's WWE's holiday show at Madison Square Garden in New York City. 12/27 in Uniondale, New York. 12/29 in Albany, New York. And 12/30 as a SmackDown branded show in Tampa Bay, Florida. In addition, the Survivor Series on 11/19. Lesnar is also advertised for Raw in Green Bay on 10/23. And Raw in Atlanta on 11/13. That is the go-home show for Survivor Series. So if Brock Lesnar was not going to be at the Survivor Series, there's no reason to book him for the go-home show. Those are dates added after the fact. Because Lesnar was not supposed to appear after No Mercy. That was reported everywhere. So the likelihood of Balor and Lesnar at Survivor Series has just increased. This year's Survivor Series is part of another mega weekend of WWE shows that will take place at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. NXT TakeOver, which is now branded War Games, will take place on 11/18. Survivor Series 11/19. Monday Night Raw 11/20. And SmackDown Live on 11/21. We already know a few matches taking place at NXT TakeOver War Games, including the return of the actual War Games match. 2-ring War Games match coming back to TakeOver. If you guys want all that information, I did an off-the-script extra on War Games and WWE bringing that back in NXT. That'll be linked in the annotation within this video. Make sure you guys go and check that out. So there you go, man. Cena's not going to be at the Survivor Series. Lesnar is taking his place, which means that we're probably going to get Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor at the Survivor Series. And I don't know where Brock Lesnar goes from there because he's certainly not beating Finn Balor. Oh, he's not. Or Finn Balor's certainly not beating Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar took care of Braun Strowman in 5 minutes, it's going to take about 5 seconds for Brock Lesnar to swallow Finn Balor whole. That's not a believable match. That's not something I want to see at all. It's not believable. There's nothing that Finn Balor can do. There's no fucking amount of face paint that Finn Balor can apply to himself. There's no body paint that Finn Balor can apply to his body at all. You know, there's no moves in his arsenal that's going to be believable against a Brock Lesnar. If Braun Strowman couldn't take down Brock Lesnar, if Samoa Joe couldn't take down Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor is simply pathetic in that role. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would rather Brock Lesnar take the rest of the year off than put that match together. But WWE is going to put it together because they want to sell it on the hashtag, the Beast versus the Demon. That's all they want. And they need a big name. They feel like they need a big name for Survivor Series. So be it. Whatever. It's not believable. I don't want it. And I'm not really interested in it whatsoever. So Cena pulled from Survivor Series. Brock Lesnar added, more than likely going one-on-one for the Universal title against the Demon, Finn Balor, in Houston, Texas. WWE asked fans to rate some of their roster via another survey sent out to network subscribers. Unfortunately, I did not get this email. I did not get this survey. We got the last one, but I did not get this one. According to a report from PW Insider, WWE has sent out surveys asking fans to grade some of their talent on their roster. According to this report, the survey asks fans to rate the talent listed below for their fan connection, mic skills, wrestling skills, entertaining entrance, and convincing character, aka being effective at their role, whether it's babyface or a heel. There is also apparently a section asking how much you would be willing to pay to meet each of them individually. This is the list of the superstars on this survey. Sasha Banks, Jack Gallagher, Kurt Hawkins, Chris Jericho, Dana Botch, Drew McIntyre, Authors of Pain, Andrade Cien Almas, Shelton Benjamin, Enzo Amore, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Lars Sullivan, Lindsay Dorado, Luke Harper, Hideo Itami, Billy Kay, Liv Morgan, Sawyer Fulton, Akira Tozawa, Ty Dillinger, Roderick Strong, Tony Nese, Stephanie McMahon, I don't know why she's on that list, Steve Cutler, and Sheamus. Zack Ryder, The Revival, Street Profits, Johnny Gargano, Arya Daivari, Heath Slater, Kalisto, Curtis Axel, Breezango, Tamina, Summer Rae, Rusev, Kane, Shane McMahon, Nikki Bella, Alexa Bliss, Finn Balor, and Sanity. Roman Reigns not on the list. I wonder why. I wonder why he was conveniently left off. If you take out Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon, it is a pretty interesting crop of talent. I don't know what this could mean, but the only thing that I can put my finger on here is WWE is trying to gauge who the fans want to see come up next as far as being pushed and being elevated. That's the only thing I can think of. If Roman Reigns was on that list, they wouldn't put Roman Reigns on that list because everybody, the majority of the fans they know, would critically just bash Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns wouldn't be positioned above anybody on this list. In fact, I'd vote for Steve Cutler over Roman Reigns at this point. You know? But that's the only thing I can think of. I, unfortunately, didn't get this survey, so I couldn't partake in this. Maybe they'll send it out sometime this week, but I didn't get this survey. So if you guys got this survey, let me know if you did. They're basing this on fan connection, mic skills, wrestling skills, entertaining entrance, and convincing character. The only thing I can think of is WWE wants to see who the fans would like to see moved up the ladder next. That's the only thing I can think of. But WWE asking their fans for their opinion, do they value their fans' opinion? I don't think so. They treat them like fucking stupid idiots. WWE doesn't listen to their fans. If they did, we wouldn't be seeing half the shit on the main roster right now. Listen to the fans. You're not. You insult the fans' intelligence every single week by the bullshit that you portray on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live on Tuesdays. You're not listening to the fans. So no matter how many surveys they sent out, no matter how much of a voice we think we have, we don't. We don't. These surveys are pointless. WWE takes this and, like the paper shredder, like Justin Roberts said in his book, the paper shredder is right underneath a sign that says suggestions. You know where your suggestions can go? Right into the paper shredder, because nobody gives a shit about what you think. We have news on WWE bringing a new series to the WWE Network. WWE Network dropped a lot of their programming a few months ago in light of budget cuts. This included shows like Talking Smack, Legends with JBL, Unfiltered with Renee Young. Now we're starting to see news and new shows pop up for the WWE Network. And according to a report from PW Insider, a brand new series is coming to the WWE Network. These are the details. It's called 365. The concept of the show will be to review a year in the career of a WWE talent, hence the 365 name, for the amount of days in a year. This will be in a documentary format. First episode will apparently be about Kevin Owens and reviewing the past year of his career. It has been an eventful year for Kevin Owens as he was the Universal Champion and had many memorable moments alongside Chris Jericho. The first episode will reportedly be after the Survivor Series in November. So that seems pretty interesting, man. That's something I would certainly keep an eye on, for sure. I love WWE's documentaries. I love their 24 special, and I have news on their next 24 special. But if there's one thing that WWE does right, it just portrays those shows in a great way, man, where, you know, it just takes you inside the WWE character and inside their real life, and, you know, whether they're struggling with an injury or struggling with a portion of their career or just reliving a whole WrestleMania moment or a certain part of their career. They do a fantastic job about that, man. The Finn Balor documentary was fucking fantastic. So was the Seth Rollins one. I enjoyed both of them. The Kurt Angle one was great as well. But I'm all for that, man. 365 days. And Kevin Owens, if that is not another sign of Kevin Owens getting a major push on WWE programming, I don't know what to tell you, man. He is the first man to be chronicled in this 365 special that WWE will be airing after the Survivor Series. I'm going to be looking forward to that. Speaking of the next 24 special, WWE 24 is easily one of the best shows on the WWE Network. These usually give us a behind-the-scenes look at some of our favorite WWE superstars or some of the biggest events of the year. The last one to air was Kurt Angle's homecoming back to the WWE. This had to do with Angle's return to the company after an 11-year absence. So what is next? The next 24 will be about Bill Goldberg, and it will follow his recent return to the WWE in 2016 and 2017. During this time, he beat Brock Lesnar in 90 seconds and also became the Universal Champion and went head-to-head with Lesnar for that very title at WrestleMania. So that is coming out in November. So we got Kevin Owens 365 and we got Bill Goldberg 24 coming out in November. I'm not a Bill Goldberg fan, but I'm definitely interested to see that for sure. If you guys want to go have a sneak peek, you guys can go to WWE's network Twitter. It's at WWE Network. They got a teaser right there for a behind-the-scenes look of the next 24 special with Bill Goldberg. Austin Aries reveals the secret behind his beloved banana. Is it organic? Did it come from Ecuador? Is it from Titus Catering? How much did it cost to import these rare bananas, these delicious golden bananas full of potassium? How much? Austin Aries carries a banana around, or at least carried around a banana with him wherever he went when he was with the WWE. A lot of people were wondering why he always had this yellow fruit with him, and the greatest man that ever lived recently opened up about it while he was talking to Sam Roberts. Needless to say, he had a pretty good reason. Now, if I'm interviewing Austin Aries, I'm not going to talk about his career accolades. I'm not going to talk about why he left the WWE. I'm not going to talk about who his favorite match was or what his favorite moment was, what his reasons for getting into the business were. My first line of questioning, if I had a list of questions for Austin Aries, it would be, bro, what was the idea? Or who came up with the idea? What is the reasoning behind the banana in the pocket? That's what I would have asked him. Apparently, Sam Roberts asked him. I didn't listen to the Sam Roberts podcast with Austin Aries on it. I didn't even know he was on the Sam Roberts podcast, but now that I know, I have to go back and listen to it. I'm just going to say this about the banana, says Austin Aries. The Hall of Fame is long, okay? And I saw lots of people dressed to impress that night. Lots of nice suits. Lots of nice dresses. Let me tell you something. About 3.5 hours in, I guarantee about 40% of that audience wished they had a banana in their pocket instead of some pocket square. Because I got famished, Aries explained. I was running low on some energy, and that pocket square wouldn't do me any good. But I got a nice little shot of some natural sugars and potassium, and then I just used my sleeve to wipe my mouth off. And I didn't need the pocket square, so sometimes the thing comes in handy in a pinch. You never know. Aries said in the end the banana gimmick was just a clever way to keep people talking. He continues on, and I quote, "There's nothing unpredictable about this whatsoever," he says. So when all of a sudden some guy randomly has a banana in his pocket and everyone goes, "What's with the banana?" Exactly. You're asking a question and you're intrigued by something. How refreshing. And the minute I could tell you why the banana, now you don't care. And maybe there isn't a why, and maybe there is, and maybe I'm never going to tell you. There's nothing better than when people see bananas, now they think of me. End quote. Austin Aries is a known vegan. Therefore, he would probably rather have a banana take center stage over a cheeseburger any day. So if anything, you could probably consider this a genius marketing move in order to spread the value of how nutritious fruit really is. So Austin Aries, man, I like that. I like that description of what he said about the Hall of Fame, man. I like that reasoning. You know, he's a smart guy. WWE did wrong by Austin Aries. Fuck them. Fuck them. Austin Aries could have been gold in the mid-card. He's a fantastic wrestler. Rumors going around that he wasn't really that likable. He was very difficult to work with. Regardless of whether you like him or not, that's another top-tier talent that WWE just let in and then just mistreated, miscast. He didn't want to be part of the Cruiserweight division. That's what I think it really boils down to. He didn't want to be handcuffed to just 205 Live. He wanted to be on the Raws and the SmackDowns with the Styles and the Rollins and the Ambroses and the Ballers. He wanted to be with those guys. Why they moved him from NXT, I don't know. Another guy they moved up to the main roster because of whatever reason. Maybe Vince was liking Austin Aries one day. He's like, oh, let's hit this guy. He's injured with pain and let's do something with him, you know? And then one thing led to another, and then he had a WrestleMania match. Boom, nothing happened. And now he's gone. But I like the reasoning behind the banana and the Hall of Fame. That's a very good reason. as to the origins of why he kept a banana in his pocket instead of a suit square that you usually see tucked away in someone's suit pocket. So there you go. Austin Aries revealing the secret of his banana. I'll reveal my banana to your fucking mother. Only on Tuesday night, though, during SmackDown Live, because that show sucks. Reason why Enzo, speaking of the cruiserweights and the fucking shitty division that it is, reason why Enzo has been booked on Monday Night Raw to close the show. It's because WWE doesn't give a shit about the third hour. Because they know people watching football. They don't give a shit. For the last 2 weeks, Enzo Amore has been booked in the final segment of Monday Night Raw. Amore has said that he is a ratings draw for 205 Live, and that's why he was moved to the Cruiserweight division. Perhaps the move to 205 Live has helped that show just a little bit, but not anything in long-term thinking. But he has helped the show, regardless, and the fact is that the reason why he's being booked at the end of Raw is not what WWE is expecting viewership numbers to increase. They're not expecting the third hour to increase with Enzo Amore being the closing act on Monday Night Raw. WWE management realizes that viewers change the channel throughout the show, and the third hour is consistently the least watched hour of the show. So the idea is to feature the most important storylines and matches during the first 2 hours. That's WWE pretty much admitting, yeah, Raw should be 2 hours, but we got this third hour, and we're just going to just give you the bullshit in the third hour. This is WWE saying 2 hours of Raw is all you need. 2 hours of Raw is, the first 2 hours of Raw is what you need to watch. The third hour, fuck it. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're telling you. Older fans will remember that they would do the same thing for Saturday night's main event specials in the 1980s and early 1990s. The main matches and storylines would go on in the early part of the show, and the less important stuff would go on towards the end of the program. That's why you would see someone like Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior in the first or second match. Because that's when people are fresh. That's when people are tuning in. They want to see their favorites, and they want to get the fuck out. You know? Sometimes it's difficult to watch actually, I know it's difficult to watch a 3-hour Raw. But sometimes for people who are not you and I, it's difficult for them to sit through an entire 2-hour program just to get to the last 15 minutes of the show and watch your favorite. So, I can understand that reasoning. But is that going to be something that works now? No. Like I said, it's just WWE admitting defeat here that 3 hours of Raw is too long, and that 2 hours of Raw is all you need. Perhaps things will change when the current season of Monday Night Football is over, but everyone expects more of the same over the next few weeks when it comes to Monday Night Raw. This week's Raw started out with 2.94 million viewers for the first hour, 2.75 for the second, and 2.61 for the third. You could see that big drop-off from hour 1 to hour 3. They lost 300,000 people in between the 8 o'clock hour and the 11 o'clock hour. The show averaged 2.79 million viewers for all 3 hours. Perhaps the viewership numbers will pick up when they reveal the identity of Sister Abigail or the Shield reunion. Obviously, it's not going to be the Sister Abigail thing, because obviously if Sister Abigail is only going to be Bray Wyatt, I think more people will flock and leave the show because of WWE's creative stupidity. The Shield reunion, I'm not for it. You might have some fucking 10-year-old goon in the crowd going exciting or jumping around in excitement over the Shield reunion, but you and I know why the Shield reunion is happening. It's to push their Roman Reigns initiative. So WWE, the reason why they're booking Enzo to close the show is because ultimately they're admitting defeat. Nobody watches the third hour, so they don't give a shit what they put on in the third hour. They're telling you the only 2 hours you need to watch are 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. That is it. 11 o'clock or 10 to 11, garbage. Nobody gives a shit because they know they're losing 300,000 viewers in that third hour. Sucks to be them. I can't wait for Monday Night Raw to go back to 2 hours. One could dream. Shayna Baszler officially signs with the WWE. Shayna Baszler officially signs. Obviously, you guys know Shayna Baszler from the Mae Young Classic. So, we all knew eventually she would sign a WWE deal. This week, it was made official. WWE confirmed the news this week that she is officially joining the Performance Center in Orlando. In an interview with WWE.com, Baszler said, "I'm looking forward to getting out there and twisting limbs off and breaking bodies." End quote. Simple as that. She wants to break faces. That's all she wants to do. Baszler was one of the big stars that WWE pushed in the Mae Young Classic tournament, and the belief is that she's going to be groomed to be a top star for the main roster. She is 38 years old. So WWE is signing someone who doesn't look their age, but could still perform for a couple of years at a very high level. So they find Shayna Baszler to be a very, very good investment right now for the women's division. There are also plans for her and the Four Horsewomen of MMA to get into a feud with WWE's version of the Four Horsewomen, likely for Survivor Series, with long-term plans for a singles match with Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Baszler is a long-time wrestling fan and had been working on the independent scene following her departure from UFC in 2015. And all indications are that she will eventually be ready to go on the road on a full-time schedule with the rest of the roster very, very soon. I'd love to see Shayna Baszler just have a cup of coffee in NXT first, maybe 6 months to a year. I know with her age, WWE probably doesn't want her sitting down in NXT too long. But being that they did sign her, obviously they need to groom her to a point where they are comfortable with her on the main roster. You just can't take Shayna Baszler and her green nature and just apply her to the main roster. I want to see her become a little bit more seasoned. But with this impending horsewomen versus horsewomen feud, Shayna Baszler is going to be on the main roster, and she probably might bypass NXT in the long run, man. So Shayna Baszler is officially signed with the WWE, and her debut probably will be at the Survivor Series in Houston, Texas. I really don't have much other news, man. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff for tomorrow, but I don't want to go into that stuff because then I won't have stuff for tomorrow. I got another major news story on the women's tag team titles. WWE talking about bringing back the women's tag team titles for the women's division. I don't know how that's going to work when they have no divisions as it is. How's that going to work? You know, we got news on Enzo's impact and what the ratings are for 205 Live. I'll go over that tomorrow. Why AJ Styles has not been wrestling for SmackDown Live. I also have other news stories as well as we get into Hell in a Cell. So make sure you guys keep an eye and an ear for all that news right here on the channel. I don't have anything else, man. I don't want to dip into my bag and leave you guys with nothing tomorrow. I want to kind of spread it out over the weekend. But that's all I got for Off the Script today, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications. Keep up to date on Hell in a Cell coming this Sunday night. And we'll be going over everything Hell in a Cell for the rest of the weekend, man. Review coming after the show goes off the air on the WWE Network. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, like I said. Get your t-shirts at barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. The new Enzo Amore Get Off My TV, or the new Get Off My TV design featuring Enzo Amore, Jinder Mahal, Bailey, Titus O'Neil, live on barbershopwindow.com. Make sure you guys use the coupon code JD17 at checkout. You're going to save yourself 20% off your entire order, man. Audible is sponsoring the podcast, as always, each and every weekend. You guys can get 1 month free of Audible service just by using our link, man. audibletrial.com/offthescript. And make sure you guys get your free book, man. Every time you sign up, and this is for all new listeners of the podcast only, every time you sign up and you get 30 days free of Audible with our link, you're going to get 1 free audiobook of your choice. And I'm hearing Jim Ross has a great new book out that is available right now on Audible, man. So make sure you guys go and check that out. And as always, if you guys want to support the channel, support the cause, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Thank you guys for supporting. Patreon shout-outs to begin tomorrow's Off the Script. So make sure you guys support through the Patreon page, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206, man. I am, of course, JD. I'm going to eat some dinner. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this version of Off the Script for this Saturday. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, Sunday morning. Same time, same channel. Thank you guys so much. And we are headed towards Hell in a Cell on Sunday night, man. So it's going to be a big day tomorrow on Sunday. Make sure you guys are tuned into the channel. And I'll see you guys right back here for part 3 of Off the Script. I'll talk to you later.